One thing I appreciate about making YouTube videos and these little diary entries I upload periodically is when I watch back the footage of myself talking and I'm editing or whatever, I am like, girl, you are lying your entire ass off in this video. And you need to come to terms with a few things. And that's what I'm going to talk about with you guys today. I think one of the biggest lies and I guess comfort mechanisms I tell myself about like my handbag collection and like how I buy things are just things to make me feel better in my head. And one of those things, the main thing that I tell myself and to you guys in this video, I'm so sorry to lying to you guys, not a perfect person. But one thing that I tend to say in my videos is, I don't consider myself a handbag collector. I'm not a collector. It's a lie. Because when I tell you, I have more than enough. And I'm not lying when I say I am completely happy and content with what I have. I am. Like if handbags vanished or they skyrocketed in price or something crazy and I just couldn't buy anything anymore, I would be happy. I'm like, okay, I have everything I need, whatever. But there are some bags that I own and bags that I still have yet to buy that I feel like, hands down, I will buy it again and again in different colors. There are certain handbag styles that I love so much that I would collect. And I talked to you guys about this before. It was a select group of bags that I mentioned throughout this journey of saying I wouldn't mind having another one of these. The first one, I think, I can't remember. I haven't watched all my videos back because cringe, but this bag, the Dooney and Burke satchel, when I first got my first one, this natural color one, and I used it, I love this bag so much. And I remember telling you guys, I wouldn't mind having this bag again in another color in the same size. I did that. And I also said I wouldn't mind having this bag in a different size, a smaller size, which is currently in my cart on Dooney and Burke, or I Love Dooney actually. The elephant color is on the clearance right now for $142, I believe. It is the mini size. And I really want a mini size. The thing is, I'm not sure if I want the elephant color because I'm not sure, it might be a little bit too close to this, but this is one of the bags that I can collect freely because I know I love it. I love using it. I could stay in it forever. And I don't mind having it in multiple colors. I'm always happy to get another Dooney satchel. So I feel like it's a lie to say I am not a collector because there are styles like that that I have in my collection that I wouldn't mind if like all of my collection were just these bags, if it makes any sense. So another bag that I wouldn't mind collecting if they were more diverse in their colors. I feel like I get burnt out with neutral bags, specifically black bags, because I feel like the times where I do leave my house, I don't leave the house in the winter time. I'm very much agoraphobic in the winter time. Like, it gives me anxiety thinking about leaving the house. I don't like the cold. I feel like people's behavior can be a little bit different and dark. So I just stay in the house. I can't explain. It's probably a psychological thing, but I don't really leave the house in the winter. Right now, like my son, he gets a little stir crazy because we're very outdoorsy in the summer months. So my husband has my son at Sky Zone right now for the second weekend in a row. It's cool because I get my me time and then my son can have his time where he can get some energy out. But I don't leave the house in the winter. So like the dark neutrals like the black or like the chocolate and stuff like that, I feel like those are for fall, winter, and I don't really leave a house like that. So when brands only drop neutrals, I get bored because I feel like I'm not going to use black bags in the summertime because it brings the lightness and the brightness of my outfit way down versus a lighter color bag like a taupe or a creamy white, which I don't really gravitate towards usually. But the style of the horse bag is something I wouldn't mind having multiples of. I think I would literally die if the horse came out with a bag like this, but it wasn't a neutral and it was a print, right? The same way Coach did the floral print, which is another bag I obviously would collect, specifically the quilted tabby 20s. For some reason, I couldn't get with the 26 size. I have been thinking about bringing that back into my collection because you guys know I sold my quilted tabby 26 in the black brass. And then I tried the 20 size and I like this a whole lot more. So if the horse came out with a bag the clementine bag, but some sort of print or design or something that made it different. Or even if it was just brighter colors or something less beige queen, I think I'll be more interested in purchasing more of these because I really like this bag. Like, I love using it. I could stay in it for a long time. And I think it's very stylistic and unique. So this is another bag that I don't feel like I'll hesitate to add more of in my collection. So am I a collector or not? Because I do feel like I tell myself that I'm not just to make myself feel better. And it's not, it is just not a real thing. Obviously I do. Because even though I only have one of these, I'll get another one. The quilted tabby 20, I already have a second one. I had 3 at one point, the dragon fruit, but that one was a bad purchase because I don't know, something with the silver hardware on it with the dragon fruit, it just didn't really go well with what I was wearing. So I did let that one go. But obviously, if I can buy multiples of these bags, then it'd be fine, not feel bad because I know that I love them so much. That's collector behavior. So another bag, not a surprise to you guys, but the swing zip, this is another bag and I'm glad I gave it another chance. This is another bag, you guys know, I will go ahead and get more of these. They are already in cart in different colors. I mentioned before, or originally wanted the hunter green swing zip, but I had some Nordstrom notes, so it took the price down more. And they only had black and white in stock at that time. The green has sold out. So I went ahead and got the black. I was like, I don't know. I don't really need another black bag. I've been so happy with the black. But I love the utilization of this bag. I love the way it looks. And I like that the shoulder drop is long enough that I can wear it with a sweater. And it doesn't get super blocked by my arm. Or even if the sweater is baggier than this one, it doesn't get blocked. So I really like this bag. And I like that you don't know what brand it is. I can really like that aesthetic where it's very high quality, but you don't really know. It just looks like a no-name kind of bag. I really like that. So you could be under the radar when it's a bag that's like this. It's brand neutral, I guess, if that makes sense. But I wanted the hunter green and I really love their hunter green, but I don't own any hunter green bags. I keep talking myself out of getting more bags that are in the green family because I feel like I have enough. But that hunter green keeps calling to me and I keep talking myself out of it. So that's why I end up not buying bags because I get decision fatigue. So I was thinking about the hunter green. That was going to be my next swing zip. But now I'm really attracted to that ruby color that just came out. And I think I might want that because the only other reddish bag I have is this Merlot puzzle dupe that I recently got. And that, I think the ruby might be a little bit more bright of a red. And I was also looking at the ruby color in the cashin carry crescent. That ruby color, I think I want the swing zip in both the green, the black, and that ruby color that just came out. They also, at first I was looking at it with the black grommets as well, but I thought that it started to look too busy. And the more I looked at pictures, the more I didn't want it. So the swing zip is another one of those bags that are just super perfect that I wouldn't mind having it in multiple colors because I know they will be interchanged rapidly versus saying, oh, I only have the black and I don't want to wear a black bag. That pop of red is fire. I feel like I might go ahead and get that one. Another one that I'm not sure, I don't know if it didn't sell well with Coach, but it just came and went. My Kermit the Frog bag in the dark lime. This is the Borough bowling bag. I talked about this in my last video, I believe. I love this bag. The leather is fantastic. Over in Australia, I believe, and maybe Japan also, I can't remember. They had this in this very beautiful lilac lavender shade, and it never came to the USA. I just knew, I was like, oh, it's coming. I'm gonna go ahead and get another one in that purple shade. It never came. But this is another style bag that I feel like I would get if it did come back in other colors. I would get this if it came in some sort of a pink or a lavender or something like that, or a print. Coach does really well with prints. I feel like when they print their bags, the leather doesn't change. It's just like a really, really nice addition. It's not tacky, it's not gaudy. I really like the way Coach does their prints and what they choose design-wise to put on their bags. But this is another bag, even though I haven't worn this one in a while. This is another bag that I feel like I would have collected had there been more options for me. I did like that beautiful saddle color, but that was the first one to go. And this was like one of the last ones, which I don't understand because green is like, this dark lime especially is like my jam. So when I think of, I'm not a collector, I don't really collect, you're collecting handbags, girl. Realistically, that's exactly what I'm doing because I already know. Also, I mentioned this in the other video. This bag, the Quince patchwork, I already was plotting on getting the cognac when it came in stock. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I had already said, oh, I'll get it when it comes back. That's collecting. You already have one. Why do you need more? Because you love it and you want it, right? And another one, my favorite bag of all time, is another bag that I would have collected had they kept it in the Florentine. This one, I almost bought the exact one, the natural color Florentine, because I couldn't find it anywhere. They weren't restocking it on their website. And I was scared that this was going to get run down and damaged too quickly because of the spottage of the water on it. So I saw it on an army base at one of the stores in the army base. I saw this bag sitting there. I was like, I should just go ahead and get it. First, it's cheaper on the base, even cheaper, because I've spent $150 on this, and I think it was maybe $125 tax-free on the base. So I was like, I should just go ahead and get this in case this one gets run down. I'll always have a backup, but I'm not a collector, right? I take this bag so seriously. I never want anything bad to happen to it. I don't know if they'll ever bring it back. And they had it, after this went out of stock, they had it in the black Florentine, and that went so quick before I could even make up my mind. It was black with the gold. I would have got that one also, even though I don't need any more black bags, but this style of bag, it just looks so good. I like the way it forms with my body, especially in the spring, summertime when I'm in skirts and tank tops and things like that. I really like wearing this bag and how it looks. It's super classy, but it's casual at the same time. And it has a really nice weight to it. It just looks so good and unique. I see a whole lot of bags that look like this nowadays anymore. So this is another bag that I would have not only bought it in other colors in the Florentine, but I would have bought the same color just so I could always have it around. So that was just something I was thinking about. Because I'm like, you always go on there saying, no, I'm not a collector. But you have what I consider for my personal life, because I used to only have one handbag at a time, super cheap from Target. And now I have more of these affordable, mid-range, contemporary kind of brands. And I have what I feel is a lot for me, for somebody who's used to only having one handbag at a time. And I'm like, do you always say, oh, I'm not a collector? But here I am collecting. So I will talk to you soon. Let me know if there are any bags that you own that you would keep on buying multiples of that in different colors, because it is some of your favorite bags that you own. I'll talk to you soon. Adios.